Hey everyone, we're back here for the second part of our unit on mythology. This part deals with George Lucas, who became a really good friend with Joseph Campbell, and they used to talk all the time um, about how old stories are important to kind of teaching us about who we are and what we're about. And that's what Joseph that's what Joseph Campbell was saying, and George Lucas took that and put that into his movies. George Lucas wasn't trying to make some new religion or anything, but he was trying to take the old stories and make them new, make them like connectable to people. I know that as an example, like I used to take my kids and sit them down and be like, dust off the old movies and be like, okay, look at this movie, it's amazing, right? Casablanca or something. And they're like, Dad, we don't really get this. What's the big deal? And I said, well, what's the problem? They're like, dude, it's black and white, you know. And and then I yelled at him for calling me dude. But then I would dust off like the old '80s movies, right? And the girls with big hair um and like loud sweaters and stuff like that, and cell phones that were like the size of bricks and stuff. And it's still like they're because these things were so foreign to what my kids were experiencing, they couldn't really get anything out of those movies. And I guess that's kind of how it is nowadays when we take a look at some of these old religious stories. How are we supposed to connect to stories about shepherds or fishermen when not one of us has done more than maybe pet a sheep at some random, petting zoo? And so, how do you take the same morals that those stories conveyed, and how do we connect to them? Right? Because we're so focused on I've never really dealt with a sheep that we can't really get to the meaning behind those stories. And that's what Lucas was trying to do. And so watch this video and see what Lucas was trying to do. And we'll see you in a few.